Hey, what's up, guys? It's Carlos back at it today. DCS Crew, I have a special video to show you about today. This actually just came in the mail, and interestingly enough, I was not expecting it. I ran into Kansept knives at SHOT Show 2020. If you have not seen that video already, be sure to go ahead and check that out. They offered to send me, some knives to go ahead and review. And I was like, yeah, okay, cool. And I gave them my information. But, the truth is, there's companies that say that they're going to do that all the time. And they say that they're going to send you something, you give them your info, and then it's... So I wasn't really expecting too much about it. And lo and behold, I got this in the mail today. And it's the coolest thing because I have yet to even see this knife. I don't know which version it is, but I do want to tell you that it is the Kansept Knives Mini Kryo. I don't know if you can see that there. It's a Kim Ning design, formerly of Kaiser, now in doing his own thing for Kansept Knives. This is a 2.94-inch blade, model number K2001A2. S35 steel, blue anodized titanium handle. Let's go ahead and take a look at this and see what's behind this awesome box from Kansept. All right, guys, so here we go. This is the Kansept Kryo Mini, the Kim Ning design. Now, just a quick rundown on Kim Ning. Kim Ning is a designer that he came out with a bunch of stuff through Kaiser. And he actually worked with, not only on solo projects, but he actually did work with a couple of really awesome designers there. He did the Kaiser Kesmek alongside Azo, if I'm not mistaken. He did the Sovereign. He did quite a few knives with them. I actually own a Sovereign and I own a Kesmek. And while I'm a big fan of Azo, which is one of their main designers that are in-house there, Kim was also a really good designer. And he unfortunately parted ways with Kaiser. But it was bittersweet because he ended up opening his own company, which is Kansept Knives. So let's see what's under here, shall we? All right, I'm going to put this to the side. And I'm going to open this up. This is actually my first time going through this box, so I don't know what the hell is in here. Okay, I know that's a silica gel packet. That's a Don't Eat Me silica gel packet. Okay, you get one of the cleaning cloths. All right. And there is the Kansept fold out. Okay. Warranty exclusions. What's covered. Okay. Let's see here what Kansept will do. Knife use and care, and a release agreement. Okay. Now, one thing that I do want to go ahead and say, because I actually just saw this, two things here that kind of grabbed my attention. I'll talk about this. Warranty exclusions. It kind of reads like an insurance exclusion page. So, repairs to the knife performed by any source other than Kansept Inc. will unconditionally void the knife's warranty. Okay, yeah, that's fine. But okay, this one is kind of intriguing. Any disassembly and modification will void the warranty. I don't know about that because I'm going to disassemble this knife. Any broken, lost, or bent metal clips are typically not covered by Kansept's warranty. Now, that one actually doesn't really, irk me that much because, I mean, clips bend all the time, and the truth is they shouldn't have to give you a free part for something, that was broken, even if it's on purpose or by accident. In all honesty, there are companies that used to do it, like Benchmade, but even they are charging for clips now because people ended up abusing the system. I mean, it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. For every one honest person like me who spent a clip from Benchmade at, during the course of the ownership of the knife, there are 100 that are trying to get new Benchmade clips for, their deep carry clips for other knives or for their stuff, and just kind of have extras. So, okay, aside from the box and the warranty information and that silica gel that you do not eat, there's the knife itself and the soft pouch that it comes in. It's actually pretty nice. It actually folds in just like this. And it's really cool because you can actually fit probably a knife or two under this and take this with you whenever you go traveling. So that's actually pretty handy to keep with you. And I like the fact that the presentation by Kansept is still, you know, is grade A right out of the box. So this is the knife itself. They pack it in this clear plastic that has the logo for Kansept knives. I'm gonna go ahead and toss this over. And this is the Kansept Mini Kryo, okay? I have no specs on this. I don't have the weight, and I should have brought my scale because in all honesty, I don't know anything about this knife other than the fact is, I mean, I can tell you that the handle feels like it is less than 4 inches. I want to say maybe 3.5 to 3 3/4 in length. And I do know that the blade itself, it's a satin blade with stone washed flats. Okay, it has the Kansept logo here, which in all honesty, they've fixed a little bit because some of the prototypes that I've seen, and I'll see if I can find one of the prototypes that I have around here. Maybe if you've seen one of my videos, one has come out. Usually what they'll do is they'll put the logo here and then they'll put Kansept right next to it. That's a little bit too much. If you just have the X or the K or whatever it is, the logo, I think that works well. You have the model number here, which from what I see here is K2001A2. A2 being the designation for this particular setup with the scales, and S35VN steel. And on the other side, you have the name of the knife, which is the Mini Kryo. Now, I've seen Mini Chiron, the Kryo. No, it's the Kryo. Now, if you're wondering if there is a knife that is already named the Kryo, I'm sorry, but that is a very unique knife. I don't know what you're talking about. In all honesty, I can't think of anybody that has come up with the name Kryo. I'm just kidding. In fact, it's spelled different from the Kershaw Kryo. This one is Kryo, and the Hinder design from Kershaw is spelled Cryo, okay? And I mean, there's really no way for you to be able to go ahead and think that there is any similarity between the two. This one is actually made with much higher materials, and it's made from a different factory, even though both of them are actually made in China. Okay, so kind of size comparison here. Let's go ahead and pick up some other models. We're looking at the Kaiser Assassin, since we're talking about a former Kaiser designer. Okay, let me see here. What else we got? We got the CJRB Centros, Dylan Mallory design. Awesome, awesome design. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, this is the SOG Terminus XR in BDZ1 steel, carbon fiber handles, and okay, here we go. CJRB Feldspar. Okay, this one is actually pretty similar in size. It's just a tiny bit bigger overall, jade scales and V2 blade. Obviously very different from the anodized titanium handle and S35VN steel. Now, I can tell you just from first impressions, I have held, okay, some of the other knives from Kansept. Let me just listen to that in that lockup. That lockup was done nice and slow. So you can see there's no stick. I mean, it is, that's fresh out of the box, guys. I haven't, you know, cleaned the inside. I haven't taken, you know, any canned air to kind of compress any compressed air and gone in there and even lubed it up. The fact is, this is the version that is the small Kryo or the Mini Kryo with the thumb flipper, which lends itself really well to the design, as well as the thumb hole, which can be accessed obviously by manipulating it with your thumb, or I can spidey flick it too. All right, cool. So the clip, it's kind of interesting because this is a short handle design, and it's an even shorter pocket clip, which is pretty interesting. It rests on the rear of the scale and not on the frame, which is actually pretty cool. If you can see the design, what they have done, where's my freaking Olight so I can show this a little bit better. Okay, here we go. All right, so if you look at the design here, they have actually designed the pocket clip so that when it sits right here in this kind of shallow divot here of the frame lock. It actually has this kind of shallow cutout, so that and it's placed as such so that the manipulation of the frame is easy to be able to operate, but it also allows the clip to be able to rest only on the rear of the scale instead of on the frame lock as well, which would hinder, you know, the manipulation and action of this knife. So that's something actually really thought out by Kansept Knives. I think that that's really cool. I really like the fact that it has that satin blade, very nice grinds, by the way. Let me clean it just a little bit more so you can see it a little bit better. But I gotta tell you, the grinds on this are just freaking beautiful. I mean, you can't really see it, but it's so fresh and so clean. That is so awesome. And the it really pops because of the fact that you have the stonewash flats. You have some jimping back here, which lends itself really well. You have a nice open, you know, just back construction. You have, it's going to be very, very easy to clean. You have the titanium handles, which if you look on the inside, man, where's my freaking Olight? Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead and show this. They've actually milled the inside. Let me get up here a little closer so you can see. They've actually milled the inside of the titanium, which has been very well anodized, nice and even, to be able to go ahead and have a little bit more weight loss. It's on the show side only. The clip side does not have any weight loss factors, anything like that. Okay, so that's pretty cool. One other thing that I like about this knife that you know, you used to see a lot on Kaiser, and they don't do it anymore, but I'm glad they didn't even start doing that here with these designs, is the Gaudy Pivots. Nice plain pivots. It's just perfect like that. And they went ahead with kind of like a two-tone design. They have that anodized blue, not too crazy of a blue, but it's a nice subtle blue, and even throughout. And then they have the pocket clip with that standard titanium, which is really cool. I'm sure you can reset this, or you can actually anodize this a different color if you choose, which is an awesome project. But you have to keep in mind, like they said, if you choose to go ahead and disassemble this knife, do so at your own perils, because you may void the warranty. In fact, you probably will void the warranty based on the information that's in that little readout that I gave you. So that I showed you. So let me see, pros on this knife. I really like just the overall design and the swedge. The full-size version is one that I got to see over at SHOT Show. I did not get to see the minis. This is really cool. I had seen a picture of this, but they told me that they are gonna have a couple of versions. They're gonna have like a kind of black washed, you know, a blackout version. They're gonna have a standard titanium. They're gonna have the anodized one, and they're gonna have some with flippers missing. So it's just gonna be the thumb holes only. Now, I did speak to the rep from Kansept, and she said that if she had to go ahead and carry this knife, which she regularly does, you know, during the testing phase before anything is even considered to be put out to the market, she did check both of them, and in her opinion, when you have something that's, you know, thumb stud or thumb hole, it's better to have washers. When you have something that's a flipper, it's better to use bearings. And I tend to agree, especially with the size on this. I mean, even if you choose not to use the flipper, the hole, the relief cut that they have here on the blade allows you to be able to go ahead and open up the knife extremely well, regardless of the fact that it has a nice little detent that keeps it from popping out. And like I said, this is a small knife and it has some detent to it, but it does not keep you from deploying the knife. I'm sorry, there's a little bit of oil that keeps coming out from there. I'm assuming it's because I'm operating the knife. Like I said, this is the first time I'm actually looking into this. So let's see. One other thing that I can talk about is the way that this blade is shaped towards the front. It has a nice reinforced tip. You're going to see other knives that are coming out a little bit more now, and even existing knives like this guy right here. Beautiful knife, a lot of belly, but man, that tip is super thin, and that can break off if you're going to use it way too hard. That is not going to be the case for this knife. I mean, it does taper towards the front, but I mean, I would feel a lot more confident using the tip on this knife than using it on some other knives, like say, for example, well, I don't know, the Spyderco Para 3. This is one that I've sharpened quite a bit, but in any case, it's not going to be as reinforced as this. So it's something that I feel that could be used for some tougher tasks. And just the overall size itself, it's mini, but it's, I don't know, I kind of like it. I think it's pretty freaking dope. I mean, it feels really good in the hand. It doesn't have like a you know, a knife choil or anything like that. It does have a sharpening choil that's right here, and that's another good thing about having the thumb hole, because there's no thumb stud that gets in the way if you're using a guided sharpener like a KME. Yeah, that's... Oh man, I didn't even realize it up until now. The way that they have this designed allows you to be able to use like a lanyard if you kind of tie it towards the back here, I guess. But there's no holes on the side, so you're not going to have some weird odd clip placement, you know, on other, you know, areas of the blade, because of the fact that they have, you know, some funky thumb hole like there is on this Para 3. If you can see, the thumb hole gives a lot of prime real estate just to the lanyard, and if you don't end up using a lanyard like 98% of the people who, you know, who rock these kind of knives, then you're stuck using, you know, a pocket clips that leaves it really shallow in the pocket, and this allows the pocket clip to go as high as possible. Now, if I had to go ahead and think of, you know, some cons for this knife, okay, I would go with two, with just two right off the bat, okay. First and foremost, this is not for lefties. I mean, I'm pretty sure you could tell because of the fact that it's a right-hand frame lock, but it's only tapped for right-hand tip-up carry. There is no tap for left-hand carry. And aside from that, one thing that I did want to talk about is the shape of the blade. There's ever so slightly recurve. Yeah, there's some recurve ever so slightly forming here, right here towards the back of the blade. You'll see that it kind of recurve, and then there's some curve up here, and it goes right up to the tip. That may create some issues if you're trying to reprofile the blade in something that's not meant to sharpen knives with a recurve blade. And case in point, when I first started learning how to use the KME, this was my mule, and look at how crappy the sharpening job came out on this. This is just my mule, my bottom bitch, you know, when it comes to just doing tasks around the house. But in any case, I wouldn't exactly want to do that on this knife, because this is probably going to cost, I want to say, something around the $150 range. I don't want to spend $150 on something that I'm going to butcher the edge on, because every time I open it, I'm not going to stop looking at it. I'm not going to stop looking at it. So if you're going to use something like this, make sure you have something that works well with recurves. In all honesty, you can probably get away with, you know, just keeping up the edge, provided that this is a nice even edge, using the Spyderco Sharp Maker. Now, you can use this on, you know, standard knives, Tonto, recurve, you know, Wharncliffe. It's a great system right off of the back, and just with the medium stones that this comes with, you should be able to go ahead and cover everything you need to be able to go ahead and break this down and sharpen it up. Then put the fine stones on there, get it that nice edge, and even put some, you know, some nice finishing touches on the edge with the ultra fine rods, and then just run this on a strop, and it is good to go. So yeah, the Mini Kryo from Kansept knives. This is a really nice knife, guys. I'm impressed, and I did want to go ahead and provide a video of this to you, because this is something that's going to be coming out pretty soon. They're going to have, I don't know how many variations. I saw like 5 or 6, you know, both as flipper and as just thumb stud only. Be sure to go ahead and check out the company. They have a lot of different designs. Personally, I think this and the Gremlin are, I mean, two of the nicest versions of the knives that they've come out with. But I got a feeling that the Kryo and the Mini Kryo are going to be their flagship designs moving forward, being as that they are a new company. This is going to be the make or break when these come out. These are going to be the make and break as to whether they do well in the market or not, because they have not hit the market officially. There's been a few models here and there that have come out. One I kind of teased in a video, and then there's another one that if you've been watching some of my clips, you've seen when I've done comparison as far as sizing with other knives. That I'll probably review in the future, but I did want to get this out here and right in front of the camera for some camera time, because this is a pretty cool knife. This is a really nice knife. I can't wait to go ahead and carry it. And you know what this reminds me of, and I think that it would be a really cool comparison to, is the Ferrum Forge Falcon in size. I kind of feel that it's very similar. Again, just me, but if I had to pick between that one and this, I'd probably pick this. Just the build quality. It feels nice. I mean, I've held other Kansept knives, and I can't tell you enough. Like, this feels like it's ready for production. This is ready to go in somebody's pocket, and it's ready for somebody to use and speak very highly about. It's the honest truth, and this is coming from somebody who Bro, I've seen some crappy knives. I've seen some good knives. And I've seen some of the knives that Kansept had at SHOT Show. And even at that, this is far and away a better build overall than some of the stuff that I've seen from them and even some of their competitors. So go ahead and check this out. This will be released soon, if I'm not mistaken, at least on Blade HQ. And if I'm not mistaken, it's going for about $149, $150. So yeah, go ahead and check it out. This is the Kansept Knives Mini Kryo, and it is a Kim Ning design 2.94 inch blade. I want to say it's about 3.5, 3 3/4. Yeah, I say 3 3/4 inch handles. And this model is the K2001A2, the A2 being the designation for the kind of anodization on the handle, and S35VN blade. Guys, awesome little freaking design. So just remember, if you feel that this is the knife for you, even if you feel that it's not, and you choose to kind of use something else like this awesome design from Carlos Ellsmer, just remember, if you EDC, think of DCS. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Be sure to go ahead and check out my Instagram at Daily Carry Solutions, or contact me at dailycarrysolutions.com using the contact form. It will send me an email and I will reply to you in turn. I love hearing from people that are interested in finding out more information about videos or maybe even ideas on future videos. So feel free to go ahead and send those through. If you got any questions, go ahead and feel free to go ahead and hit up the comments below. And I look forward to seeing you next time. But in the meantime, you take it easy. Peace.